This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's now 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Monday with the morning sprint.
Olivia Roberts has a developing local story making national headlines this morning.
But first, Mark Peterson with a foggy start to the work week.
Yeah, we're wrapping up January, and we're starting this last week in our first alert weather with, again, a fog advisory sitting at 30 degrees right now. Visibility limited in some areas, and some of that fog freezing to those roadways and walkways. Really want you to take it easy today. Your day planner forecast, yeah, foggy start, no doubt about it. We could see that into the midday in some places, 32 at noon. Our high today is just slight off average at 34 degrees.
Breaking news in the standoff between Russia and the West over Ukraine. The State Department is now ordering family members of government employees at the U.S. Embassy in Kiev to leave the country. It's the latest sign that American officials believe Russia could soon invade Ukraine. A senior White House official also said President Biden is considering options for increasing U.S. troop levels in Eastern Europe.
A developing story rocking the sports world this morning. NBA Hall of Famer and one of Gonzaga University's most prominent alumni is being asked not to attend games at his alma mater for the time being. The Spokesman Review first reported Stockton's season tickets were suspended because he failed to adhere to the statewide mask mandate. The former Gonzaga and Utah Jazz point guard is one of the world's biggest vaccine skeptics and has been outspoken on his thoughts about the pandemic. In an interview with the Spokesman, Stockton seemed to suggest more than 100 professional athletes have died due to vaccination, yet there is no evidence to support such a claim. While Gonzaga's athletic director declined to comment about the suspension, the university did release this general statement saying, quote, Gonzaga University continues to work hard to implement and enforce the health and safety protocols mandated by the state and by university policy.
Breaking news overnight out of Okanogan County. A man walking on State Route 97 was hit and killed south of Tonasket last night. Washington State Patrol says 43-year-old Douglas Sanders was walking along the highway heading south when he went into the road and a car traveling south hit him. He died at the scene. It's not known if drugs or alcohol played a part in this crash. The driver has not been charged.
A step towards closure for victims of the Freeman High School shooting. People affected by this shooting will give statements in court today. Caleb Sharp pleaded guilty to murder and other charges at the beginning of this month. He killed one student and injured 3 others in that shooting back in September of 2017. Sharp's sentencing will take place after the statements, but an exact date has not yet been set.
And today is the first day of the 2022 tax season. The IRS, as always, is encouraging you to file early. The monthly child tax credit payments and third economic stimulus checks that went out in 2021 are the 2 big things that will affect how some people file. Be on the lookout for letter 6419 if you qualified for child tax credit last year. Some people need to pay the IRS back for too much received, and others who opted out could claim the full lump sum in their tax return. When it comes to the third economic stimulus payments, those who did not receive it or only received some of it in June could qualify for the recovery rebate tax credit and claim that amount on their return as well. Everything you need to know this tax season, as well as a link to irs.gov, is in this story on KXLY.com.
New this morning, the Michigan high school where 4 students were shot and killed in late November will reopen today for the first time since the attack. Students at Oxford High School have been attending classes at other buildings since January 10th. 4 students were killed and 6 students and a teacher were injured during the shooting. 15-year-old Ethan Crumley is charged with murder and other crimes. His parents also face charges.
An Australian man accused of kidnapping a 4-year-old and keeping her captive for 18 days pleaded guilty to the crime. Cleo Smith was found in a locked room at Terrence Kelly's home just a few streets from where her family lived. Her disappearance from a nearby campground in October set off an 18-day search. Kelly faces 2 further charges, including assaulting a police officer.
Hundreds of people along California's Big Sur coastline are being ordered to evacuate due to a wind-driven wildfire. Fire officials say the Colorado fire started Friday night around 7:15. Within a few hours, it had grown to 1,500 acres. The flames are engulfing areas near parts of the Pacific Coast Highway that still remain closed this morning.
The U.S. is facing its worst blood shortage in more than a decade, and now Krispy Kreme is stepping up to help. The chain is offering free donuts this week to people who donate blood. To get a free dozen, customers have to order in person and show their donation sticker. They can also confirm their donation on the Red Cross Blood Donor app. Back with our final check of the weather after this.